Well, guys, I'm glad you're staying with us today. After a pretty long break, we have next speaker, and this time will be Stacey Yamkova. She is game release coordinator at AGS, and her session will be today about implementing release management efficiently in development cycle with modern solutions. So, hi, Stacey, how are you?
Hi, Taras. I'm fine, thank you. I'm glad to see you all.
Okay, so thank you for joining us today, and I'm starting your presentation, and I'm here for you in backstage. I will collect all the questions from our Pine, and I'll ask you them after your main lecture in Q&A session. And so, without further ado, stage is yours.
Thank you so much. So I'm glad to see you all. Today I will speak about release management tool and insights for your project. And also it will be all about ways to structure processes in your team and project. And actually it can make your processes inside your team more effective and efficiency. So first of all, I would like to tell about my experience and actually who I am. I have 7 years of experience with worldwide and quite famous companies, outsourcing and product companies. If to be more specific, it is like 5 years of them are in gambling projects. And I'm good in release and project management. And also I'm happy to be with Games Gathering, I guess, for almost 4 years. And if to talk about AGS, it's American Gaming System, if like to spell it in full. It's a Las Vegas-based company, and we are providing games for casinos houses. If to be more specific, I would like to share one video about our product. So let me find out it. Yeah, here we go. So, and if to be more specific and to talk about key facts about AGS, as I told you before, it's a Las Vegas-based company. It has been founded in 2013. We have more than 600 of professionals based worldwide. We have more than 130 ongoing games, and we always provide new one. Also, we have received the Higher Bets Platinum Medal Award in United States, and also our game Bonus Spin Extreme wins gold at Gaming and Technology Award. And SGS is a global company, as I told you, focused on creating a diverse mix of entertaining gaming experience for every kind of player. And we are developing games, slots, and poker tables all over the world. Also would like to share one video about our company. It has very funny music from 18s, I guess, but I hope you will enjoy it.
What does AGS do?
We make games.
What kind of games?
Great fucking games. I think our games are different because we got pretty special people making those games. We got a team of nerds, team of geeks. They really are passionate about what they do.
At AGS, we have a collection of talented people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into creating a fun product. These people include our artists, our game designers, our engineers, our mathematicians, even the people that test our product, all have this desire to create a fun product. We're introducing Triple Coin Treasure, Prize Spin, Exploding Wilds, Fire Starters. Our new Spectra cabinet has really allowed us to elevate our game. The technology that we've put in the Spectra cabinet gives our artists and engineers and designers a tapestry to be able to create this amazing content that reaches out and grabs players' attention and allows them to have just this fun experience on our brand new box.
Do you think about slot games all the time?
No, I have a life.
I think what makes our table games so successful is just the overall passion of the team and their commitment to the player experience. That and the fact that we do have a secret weapon, and his name is
I was actually trying to come up with a progressive solution for community-style games like roulette, craps, baccarat.
And as a team, we will pretty much bet on anything.
First person in, I got 100 on bagel.
No way, man. I got 100 on a donut.
Nobody eats a bagel these days.
Frequency the same for all the games and link them all up, and hence BSX was born.
We got phenomenal service here. Because I'm a bit of a service tech myself, and I used to do quite a bit in the past, I know what good service is. And our mantra here is pick up a broom, contribute, do your job. So like I said, we make great games, we provide great service. Now, can I get the fuck out of here? People got work to do.
We're in low denom. We're in high denom. We're in player selectable multi-denom. We're in operator selectable.
So that's a huge part of our games, and I guess it's like general items, but for understanding what we are doing. And if to talk about general tools and stages of managing projects and how to make it work in a profitable way, first of all, like release management is a process that entails the management, planning, scheduling, controlling of entire software build through every stage and environment involved, including testing, deploying software releases as well. And agile software development takes a new angle a software project. So instead of like living with late projects and hoping for doing better estimations next time, the agile approach recognizes specific and unique nature of software and takes a different path. No matter what kind of business practice you're looking to improve. The first place always begins with standardizing its governance. So also it's important to monitor project and provide reports about its progress. Usually I'm creating such reports even via Jira. Like you can download all necessary information and gather all items from every release. And because, like, as you know, an agile project is broken down to the sprints. So you could control and manage all components and stages step by step and structurally. And one of the most popular release management methods is system development lifecycle, more like famous as SDLC. It's like the process of software development is never ending, and the first release of software application is like rarely finished. There are always more features and bug fixes. After deploying your code, you continually receive reports from users, and through error monitoring and crash reporting could make retrospective, could make conclusion, and avoid such mistakes in future. So these issues become new features, bug fixes, and improvements to your product. And the SDLC helps software developers plan, develop, maintain, and replace software system with high degree or efficiency and quality. So, okay, we need this slide. There are actually like 7 general modern parts of system development lifecycle, so it could be divided. First part is planning stage, feasibility of requirement stage, or like analysis stage, design stage or prototyping, software development stage, software testing stage, implementation and integration, and operations and maintenance stage. So, like, first of all, we have to start from planning. The planning stage may be the most time intensive, as it's like where you entire release is structured from the start to finish. Like, if to summarize, like, I guess it was on this slide, if to summarize, every release plan should include resource allocation, both like human and materials. It should include capacity planning, project scheduling, cost estimation, and provisioning. So, yeah, your approved plan is nothing without coordination between different departments within your organization. Like, developers code, QA performs checks and testing, while operations manage branches to prepare the build for the deployment. And you need a way to communicate with all members and agree like any changes internally. Otherwise, you may run into issues like few examples, like sales people will be confused when they show customers demos or like get specific feedback that have feature changes. Support team, for example, will be unable to answer questions relating to the product update and new features, and customers will not get answer to their questions if you haven't used release notes or help center articles to communicate the changes to them. So it's better always to have documentation for any change. And within release plan finalized, we can start designing and building the product for release. This is actual development of the product based on the requirements outlined in the release plan. Once all issues that may have come up are addressed, it's time to subject the build to real world, to go live, during testing. I mean, it could take several iterations as the team builds out the product and sent to a testing environment for user acceptance. This allows the team to identify any bugs or issues that may arise in a real-world environment, just to avoid them, in preparation stage. After that, next step is UAT. User acceptance testing. It's when the end user's product was built to actually use it and give feedback. So as bugs are identified, the team goes back to the drawing board to fix the issues and redesign the build for greater integrity. So it's more like retrospective part as well. The build must pass the UAT stage to be considered for final implementation and release and going live. And release preparation also include a final quality review by QA team. During such review, QA team could conduct final checks to ensure that builds meet all requirements for your client or all standards and business requirements to your product that are usually outlined during release plan. Once the review is completed, the functional team will validate the findings and finalize the release for going live for the deployment. So before the build can be deployed into a live environment, it must be approved by product owner. If you have such specialist in your team, it's very important. So besides simply sending the build out into production environment, the deployment stage also includes messaging, education on the product to both, to end user and your company at large. For instance, users should be notified of changes with the release and how to operate within new features. Maybe it might be helpful to have separate page on your website or something like that, or usually if you are talking about games, there is a help file where it could be described. And finally, during the deployment stage, the development team should meet the assess the release performance and discuss how deployment went. So it's actually a retrospective part where you could summarize, you could make conclusion, and and also prepare documentation to avoid any bugs or non-working features in future. So if there are any lingering issues, there should be identified and documented for the team to address into next iteration. I guess it's all that I would like to share today. Maybe we have a question from the audience. I will be thankful. And also, if you want to share your thoughts or share your suggestions, questions directly, you could find out me in social media and we could speak directly. Taras, are you there? I believe that I was quite quickly.
Yeah, that was
Anyway, we could have more time if we have questions.
okay. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for this amazing sound.
Yeah,
I was there on background like this. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, amazing. I have a question for you regarding these solutions, these best management practices. What is your top choice personally?
As for me, as I told you in my presentation, the best way to structure a process is to use SDLC to document everything, to monitor everything, to provide retrospective, and also it's important to communicate between all teams in your project. So if to be more specific and to get into different methods in project management, I believe that the best way is to use Agile and Scrum in your team. And according to my experience and in practice, it works, and you could have great results and be successful in your releases. So I believe that these two items are very important in every project.
Okay, thank you. And the question regarding documentation.
Yeah.
I believe this is very very stealthy moment where when you need to choose between detailed documentation and overloading of your team with this documentation filling process, because if you have a detailed documentation on everything, I believe this is a perfect world where you can from my point of view, with the detailed documentation, you can quickly onboard new team members, you can quickly find solutions, you can quickly find answers to a vast amount of frequently asked questions. But in order to create such documentation, we need to spend enormous amount of time. So what's the decision here?
I agree with you partly. Actually, you could like have it on different platforms. Just you should be sure that you have it. You could update it anytime, and it's very useful. Yeah, when you have newcomers, when you have new specialists who need to be onboarded, and it could be very helpful for them. But anyway, in practice, you will increase your skills when you will like manage your processes and do your job. And it's quite good to have like documentation and to be sure that you could get any information about your project, about any features of like games or your any items whenever you do from the portal, from the platform, and use it. So it's just like, another one opportunity, another one item to be used during your work.
Okay, thank you. And could you share, if you could, could you share any specific case in your career? Because this presentation is product of your experience, of your knowledge, of your trials, and something lead you to this point. And could you share any specific case where you overcome some interesting problems and that make you stronger, make you more professional in the way that created this amazing presentation?
Thank you for the question. I guess what actually could help you to increase your skills and to make you more professional, it's only practice. It's only your level of involving in any process, and also it is very important to like your job and what you're actually doing.
Okay. Thank you for this answer. Let me check if we have any questions in Pine. So please, guys and girls, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Write them in chat, and I'll ask our speaker. So I believe that's all for today. If you have anything to add, please take your time. We have pretty much left over here. If no, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you too, Taras.
I was glad to see you. I hope you're well, and please stay safe. Until next time.
Thank you so much. I wish you a great conference offline during next few days in Bratislava.
Thank you. Bye.